Pre-warning! Welcome to another video. Today's video, the title of this video, is a little bit different from the rest. I am talking about sex in books. Books, young adult books, new adult books, adult novels always have a crux, always has a topic which is really important to discuss. Whether that be diversity, whether that be sexuality, whether that be sex in general. And I wanted to come and recommend and talk to you about some books that are sexy in the feel of it and sexy and sophisticated, and books that have sex in and the way that sex is dealt with. So if you guys are easily offended, if you guys do not like talking about sex, or if you are young, please watch another video. There's lots of my videos you can choose from, but this is really, we're going to talk about books that have a sexual explicit theme that help add to a story and not take away. Now, the book that has inspired this video is My Clarity by Mary Ting, or M. Clark, which is her name for her new adult novels. And this is a book which I read the other day. Now, I'll give a quick run through about what this book is about, and I'm going to talk about the rest of the books that I'm going to be talking about with sex in or with a sexy feel. So My Clarity is about a girl moving to college after her father dies, and she swears she never wants to be with somebody who smokes. She moves in with a girl who she thinks is called Ellie that actually turns out to be a boy called Elijah, and he is the rough and ready racer boy, bad boy, tattoos, sex, drugs and alcohol, and she kind of gets tangled up with him, but they both bring out each other's other side. She brings out his calm and nice side, and he brings out her slightly more open-minded wild side. Now, this is a fantastic book that deals with street racing as well as sex and drugs, as well as life at college. So yes, I'm definitely recommending My Clarity for a steamy read. But this book has sex in it. Now, it doesn't have sex in like 50 Shades of Grey, where it's a bit like out of place. This book, it fits, and it's dealt with and written really well. This book is written from the perspective of somebody my age who would experience a sexual experience and also has the same kind of mindsets. The way M. Clark writes about it is very modern and fresh and not degrading in any way. What I really like about this book is the female and the male are both on equal platforms, and they have equal amounts of control over their sexuality and what they want to do and when they want to do it. So what I really like about this book is the safe and the respectful way that sex is dealt with. Now, sex is an important part of life. It's not ridiculously important, obviously, but it is important to somebody's views. For me, virginity and all that stuff was a really sacred part and something I kept for myself. So I find it really interesting reading books with sex in and seeing how it's dealt with, and is it respectful? Is it brash? Is it forceful? Is it distasteful? Is it honest? Is it encouraging? Is it not? So this is where I'm kind of going with this video, and what I'd really like to do is start a conversation. Now, bearing in mind, these are my own views, and I'm going to kind of talk to you guys about my views on sex and my morals and how I view sex in a honest way. Now, not only am I talking about books that have sex in, but I'm also talking about books that are sexy in the sense that they are sophisticated, sexy, classy. And the books I'm talking about are actually the Gardella Vampire Hunter series by Colleen Gleason. Now, you can actually buy all 3 books in a box set that is only official for this month, so I wanted to add this in because I wanted to let you know about the sale. So I will leave the links down below for the box set, but you can get all 3 books on your Kindle for like a really ridiculously low price. These books aren't necessarily sexually driven like My Clarity and new adult books, but these books are definitely sophisticated and sexy. The character is not afraid of her own sexuality. She is very strong, she's empowering for a reader, she's empowering to herself, she takes control, and there are lots of instances in this book about the power of a woman, you know, and what I really like, and learning your power as a woman. So if you want to read about a kick-ass heroine, then this obviously is the one for you. It bounces from London to Rome. It's a great, sexy and sophisticated series. A YA book which deals with sex, which is really interesting actually, is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. There is some steamy scenes in this book, and I believe this is just a YA novel, but what I really like about this is it's romanticized. Sex isn't all porn, okay? It's not all vicious and hardcore and gross. It's very intimate and connecting and romantic, and what this book does is it connects 2 characters together by them sharing an experience, and I really like the way Cassandra Clare wrote about that. Cassandra Clare is very good at writing respectful scenes and sexual nature. Now, another book that deals with sexuality in not so much of an explicit way, but in like again, about a girl finding out about her, you know, her power as a woman and experiencing things and when to experience them, is The Lovely Reckless by Garcia. This was a lovely romantic novel, and doesn't necessarily have sex in, but again, it screams action-packed, steamy, sophisticated read about a girl meeting a boy and kind of falling in love when everybody else says no. It's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet kind of feel to it, actually, between a girl from a well-known area, very high-class area, to a boy who is a street racer again and is a bit of a reckless. This is a romance, so it is filled with love and loss as well. So if you want to read a book which is not written as a new adult book like My Clarity, but a book that has got like scenes of intense romance, I would say, then this is brilliant. And it's out soon, actually. It is out October. Now, last but not least, I want to throw in another mention for another new adult novel, and that is The Reluctant Sacrifice by Clare and Dempster. This book is very sexual and very steamy, as well as other authors as well, like Jennifer L. Armentrout writes lots of good books that have sex in, and if you love new adult books, because a lot of you watching this may be watching it because the title says sex in books, and oh my god, and some of you will be watching it because you actually are a fan of new adult novels, as well as I am. I really love new adult. For those who don't know, new adult is the name of a genre where books are a bit more mature, have more mature scenes in. Now, Jennifer L. Armentrout has written the Wicked book, which Torn is the sequel coming out soon. That's very sexual and steamy. Also, what you guys may have experienced is A Court of Mist and Fury. That is a very steamy and sexual novel. So sex is dealt with in lots of different ways in fiction, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about and actually start a discussion. I want to actually talk about, like, what are your views about sex in YA? Do you think there should be more cases of sexual contact, or do you think it should stay for the new adult genre, or do you think it should start integrating into teens' life, since sex is kind of a massive part of your teenage years for some people? Lots of people experience it in their teenage years, so maybe it's important to actually talk about it, discuss it, and make everybody realise that it's okay as long as you're safe and you feel ready. That's the most important thing. So yes, I'm definitely really can't wait to carry on this discussion. I hope I haven't offended anyone. I don't want to offend anyone. I just want to start a discussion. I am more than happy for some of you to be like, you shouldn't have sex till marriage. That is your belief, and I completely respect that, and I think that's a wonderful, beautiful thing. And some of you may have sex before marriage, again, which if you feel like it's right and you are safe, then again, it's a beautiful thing. So lots of novels deal with sex and relationships, and I think it's really good. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more books, personally, opening up and talking about what happens when the lights fade black. What is fine? What is not fine? I think, especially in young adult, you should know the difference between, like, using your platform as an author and actually talking about this type of relationship is not okay, and this type is, because normally in YA novels, you always get the romance is always lovely, but there are instances where romances are not lovely in the real world. And I think it's going to be really exciting to see some more YA novels discussing, talking, and bringing light to sex, what's right and what's wrong, relationships, what's good to be in, and what is a poisonous relationship. So yes, that is the start of my discussion. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to hearing what you all have to say, and apart from that, I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye!